The standoff between the US and Iran has reached a fever pitch. We are currently balancing on a razor's edge between a historic peace master plan and the breakout of a massive regional war. Today, we're breaking down the critical events of the last 48 hours. Before we dive in, this is a brand new channel, and I need your support to keep this reporting going. Please hit that subscribe button and help us grow. Thank you all. Now, let's get into it. The deal or the dust? Trump's ultimatum. In his latest remarks, President Trump hasn't held back. He's doubling down on the claim that Iran is at its weakest point in decades. His demand? An immediate signature on a document that effectively strips Iran of its nuclear status in exchange for partial relief from energy sanctions. But there's a massive shift in strategy here. Unlike previous years, where strikes were limited to Iranian proxies in Syria or Iraq, this new ultimatum threatens direct hits on Iranian soil, targeting command centers and dual-use civilian infrastructure. Operation Epic Fury. This isn't just a blueprint. It's a continuation of a campaign Trump warns he will resume tenfold. The targets: IRGC facilities, air defense systems, and energy terminals. The nuclear factor. The new focus is on deep state bunkers housing nuclear R&D. The tech. The Pentagon says the next phase of Epic Fury will deploy cutting-edge hypersonic missiles and massive drone swarms designed to blind and deafen Iranian air defenses within the first hour. This leaked intel is classic psychological warfare, a peace-through-strength tactic meant to force Tehran's hand. The Trump administration is pushing for a streamlined, no-nonsense document. While brief, this memorandum, crafted by Special Envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, contains 14 key conditions. It's important to note, this isn't a final peace treaty. It's a temporary ceasefire intended to launch a 30-day sprint of intensive negotiations. Nuclear moratorium. Iran must immediately halt all uranium enrichment and potentially ship its existing stockpiles to the US or a neutral third party. Asset unfreezing. In return, billions in frozen Iranian assets would be released, alongside a phased lifting of oil sanctions. Regional scope. The deal demands a ceasefire across the board, including Hezbollah in Lebanon. The global choke point. The Strait, which handles 20% of the world's oil, remains the ultimate bargaining chip. Iran must end shipping restrictions while the US scales back its naval blockade of Iranian ports. This is a tit-for-tat process. Every Iranian move toward maritime security is met with a loosening of the screws on their oil exports. Since direct talks are non-existent, Islamabad has become the diplomatic shuttle, with Pakistani officials racing between delegations. Trump has set a hard deadline, May 14th. That's when his state visit to Beijing begins. He wants to walk into his meeting with Xi Jinping as the peacemaker who finally cracked the Iran puzzle. The home front. While the world watches the Middle East, the political fires are burning hot here at home. Primary results. Recent special elections in Michigan and Indiana are being called a dress rehearsal for the midterms. The voter split. We see a nation divided. Some cheer for energy dominance and a hardline foreign policy, while others are hitting a breaking point with inflation. War fatigue. Recent polling shows a red flag for the White House. Despite patriotic fervor, Americans are terrified of being dragged into another forever war. The legal system is also in overdrive. In Georgia, a major court ruling just allowed the DOJ to maintain access to 2020 election ballots, reigniting the debate over election integrity. Meanwhile, the internet is exploding over a newly released suicide note from Jeffrey Epstein's former cellmate. In an era of deep skepticism, this is fueling a new wave of conspiracy discourse, showing just how little trust remains in our institutions. Finally, we're tracking two developing stories. Cruise ship outbreak. A suspected viral outbreak on a major cruise liner has put health officials on high alert, triggering post-pandemic anxieties. UN Migration Forum. In NYC, the UN Migration Forum has become a flashpoint. Protesters are demanding that desk-bound immigration officers be stripped of training and sent immediately to the front lines of the border. Conclusion. America in 2026 is a land of paradoxes. We've hit a historic peak in energy production, yet we're wrestling with the cost of living. We're projecting absolute power abroad, but we're fractured by legal and political battles at home. This is a time of incredible opportunity and extreme risk. How we handle the next few weeks will define the American character for decades to come. What do you think? Is Trump's deal or ashes strategy going to work, or are we heading for a catastrophic conflict? Let me know in the comments below.